Have you ever felt like your passions have faded into the background, buried beneath responsibilities, setbacks, or self-doubt? Have you ever felt like a part of you got lost along the way, like the dreams and passions that once set your soul on fire? So many of us wait for the right time to start again, but we know there's never a right time. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Stevens O, your host, broadcast journalist, author, minister, and midlife powerhouse of inspiration. With faith in God and unstoppable drive, I'm here to guide you through the bold step of reigniting your passions, pursue your dreams, and live to thrive with excitement. Welcome to Direction at Midlife. Maybe you once had dreams that made your heart race and overflow with joy, but life took over and now they feel out of reach. Well, guess what? It's never too late to reignite those passions, chase your dreams, and step into a life that truly excites you. In this episode of Direction at Midlife, we're talking about what it means to stop settling, start dreaming, and embrace your second act with boldness and joy. Reigniting your passions. Pursuing your dreams isn't about perfection. It's about giving yourself permission to start again. Midlife is not a time to slow down. It's a time to awaken your purpose, rediscover what lights you up, move forward with confidence. Whether it's launching a business, exploring a creative passion, or simply allowing yourself to dream again. This is your time to live fully, unapologetically, and with unstoppable excitement. So are you ready to shift from surviving to thriving, to break free from fear and step into your most fulfilling chapter yet? You don't need permission. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Tune in as we explore how to tap into your unforgettable dreams, set new life goals, and pursue your passions with confidence and excitement. Your second act is waiting. Are you ready to say yes to you? Join me as we explore how to awaken your passions, set bold new goals, and build a life that excites you every single day. Let's make it unforgettable. Let's get started. What dreams or passions once excited you but got lost along the way? What's one fear or limiting belief you need to let go of to step into your true potential? Hi, welcome to Direction at Midlife, the podcast where I empower women to rediscover themselves, embrace change, and design a life they love, no matter their age or stage in life. In today's episode, we're talking about something many women in midlife can relate to, those hidden passions that we once wanted to pursue. You know, those dreams you once had, the ones that got buried underneath responsibilities, routines, and life's curveballs. I want to give you a little history of my story of faltering in my faith, disappointments, dreams, and passions that were put on hold, and the phase of rebuilding my faith, reigniting my passions, and the thing that set me on fire that led to resilience and rediscovery. I was always a person of great faith and optimism. No matter what challenge I was facing, I knew victory was going to be the outcome. And everyone around me, faith just increased just from hearing me talk about the faith that I had and the belief I had in God. There was a time when my faith was unshakable, when I believed without question that God had a plan for my life. I walked with confidence, trusting that my dreams and passions were divinely placed within me for a reason. But then life took an unexpected turn. Tragedy struck, and the foundation I had built my life on seemed to crumble beneath me. I lost everything. My sense of security, my home, and even my freedom. The pain was overwhelming, and I couldn't help but question God. You know, when you're going through a thing, when you're going through something, you always want to question God, why me? And I had that why me moment. Why he had allowed this to happen. You know, blaming it on God. Why he allowed it to happen. I even asked myself, had I been forsaken? The dreams that once burned so brightly within me now felt like distant, unreachable illusions. There was a time when life felt like an endless string of disappointments. One setback after another left me standing in the middle of my own life, wondering how I got there. As time passed, the weight of disappointment settled deep into my spirit. I stopped praying the way I used to, no longer certain that my words were being heard. You always want to question, is God hearing you? When you're going through something, God, are you hearing me? Do you hear my prayers? My passions, once a source of joy, became irrelevant in the face of survival. I was lost, drifted in a sea of doubt. I know someone listening can understand and identify with what I'm saying. I know someone been there when they questioned God, when they were going through something and they just didn't believe God heard them or is hearing their prayers. I was talking to my daughter, and as I mentioned in my podcast before, that she's actually in this process of going through breast cancer. And she had that question, is God hearing her? So you can understand when somebody's going through something, how they're going to question God. Just hold on. I would say this. It seemed easier to numb myself to the pain than to search for meaning in it. Every attempt to rebuild felt like an uphill battle. I wondered if I could ever find my way back to the person I once was. I was broken, and in that brokenness, it felt like I had nothing left to give. But even in my lowest moment, God never let go of me. Through small, unexpected encounters, gentle reminders, and quiet whispers to my soul, I began to see that he had never abandoned me. That's his word. His word says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And you have to stand on that. I had simply turned away. Sometimes we'll think God has abandoned us. But really, when we're going through, we lack up. We begin to slack up on our prayers and slack up on our belief because, we encountered something. We would do that when we are going through tough times. It started with a single moment, a spark of hope, a reminder that I was not defined by what had happened to me. Slowly, I began to open my heart again, not in blind faith, but in a raw and honest pursuit of truth. Rebuilding my faith wasn't an overnight transformation. It was a process of surrendering my pain, forgiving the past, and choosing to believe that there was still a purpose for my life. As my faith was restored, so was my passion. The things that once set my soul on fire began to call me by my name. They called me back, writing, speaking, and helping others to find their own paths to healing. I realized that my pain had not been in vain. Sometimes when we're going through, you be wondering, why in the world am I going through this? What is this for? It had given me a testimony, a story of resilience that could inspire others. The fire inside me reignited not just my dreams, but for the people who had needed to hear that they too could rise from their darkest moments. My struggles had equipped me with wisdom, empathy, and a voice that could bring light to others walking through their own valleys. When you're going through something, you don't wonder why you're going through it. But know this, that the story, the testimony that's being built is not for you. You're just the vessel. You're the conduit that God's going to use to inspire somebody else. I stand firm in both faith and purpose, no longer questioning whether I am meant to be here. I have rediscovered the strength I thought I had lost, and with it, a new mission. My journey of resilience had led me to a place of deep understanding that sometimes we must be broken before we can be rebuilt stronger. The fire that now burns within me is unshakable, fueled by the lessons learned in the storm. I am not just surviving, I am thriving, rediscovering who I was always meant to be. And this time, I will not let anything dim my light. I took one small step. I opened an old notebook where I once scribbled down my dreams. As I flipped through the pages, memories flooded back. The excitement, the purpose, the sense of calling. I began to write again, setting goals that scared me, but also made my heart race. I prayed, not out of desperation, but out of a belief that if God planted those dreams in me, he would equip me to pursue them. Rebuilding my faith wasn't instant or easy. It was a daily choice to trust God. Even when fear whispered louder than hope, I surrounded myself with encouraging voices, dove into scripture, and reminded myself of God's promises. I learned that faith isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. And then came the moment I took action. I launched my online talk show, the Dr. Stevens and Swearington Show. You can go check it out, the Dr. S&S Show. This podcast, Direction at Midlife, and started sharing my story with others. With each step, the excitement grew. I wasn't just dreaming again. I was living those dreams. The process itself energized me. Every phone call, every plan, every prayer brought me closer to the person I was always meant to be. Looking back, I see that the setbacks weren't the end of my story. They were the beginning of a new chapter, one written with faith, resilience, and boldness. If you're standing in a dark place right now, unsure if your dreams are still possible, hear me when I say this. They are. Dream big, trust again, take the first step. The excitement you will feel when you step into your purpose will fuel you more than you can imagine. One day, like me, you'll look back and realize that the darkness was simply the soil where your dreams took root. We are at that time when we dig those hidden passions up. I'm going to give you 10 actionable steps to help you reconnect with your passions, set meaningful new goals, and go after them with unshakable confidence. Because this is the time to rewrite your story and go after those hidden dreams that you thought you would never see come to life. Let's get those journals out. It's note-taking time. You know, in every episode, we have to take notes. Let me ask this question, though. Why do passions get buried? I want to tell you, life happens. Between raising families, building careers, and showing up for everyone else, it's easy for your passions to get lost along the way. But just because they've been buried doesn't mean they have disappeared. This is the perfect time to pause, reflect, and reignite that inner spark. So let's talk about those 10 steps. Step 1, reflect on what lit you up as a child. I want you to think back to when you were younger. What hobbies, activities, or dreams made you feel the most alive? Then I want you to make a list of those activities that made you smile, whether it was painting, writing, or solving a puzzle. You have to think back those moments when you were doing something that just brought your heart joy. Step 2, identify what energizes you. Right now, take note of what makes you feel energized today. Pay attention to the things that make time fly by. Close your eyes and just think for a moment about a time when you were doing something that made you smile, excited, and at peace. What were you doing? Track moments when you feel most engaged, curious, or excited for a week. I want you to track it. I want you to write it down. Just sit back and think about, what am I doing that's making me smile, that make time go by? You can be doing some things, especially when you're having fun. When you're having fun, time just flies. Step 3, embrace curiosity. I want you to try something new. You don't have to know your passions right away. Sometimes curiosity leads the way. Trying something new can lead you to discover a passion you didn't even know you had or even liked. I love to explore new things. You also may find a hidden talent that you didn't even know you had. Choose one new hobby or class to explore this month. Don't overthink it. Just go for it. Find something that you haven't done. Take a pottery class. I know a lot of people think pottery is for old people, but people making money doing pottery. So just think about something new. Paint. They got sipping paints now. Do a sipping paint party. Invite people over. Just do something you haven't done before, or do something you have done before, and just get excited. Get that spark going back again. Step 4, reframe limiting beliefs. Stop that low vibrational thinking. You always thinking negatively. That low vibrational thinking, that belief that it's too late or I'm too old. That's simply not true. Passion doesn't expire. I'm going to say that again. Passion doesn't always expire. I tell you, for me, it was dancing. I love to dance and once had a dream of becoming a professional dancer. And since I didn't pursue a dance career, I became a certified Zumba instructor in my 50s. You don't have to let the vision die. You just may have to redirect your passion to another area. Replace negative self-talk with empowering affirmations like, I am capable of rediscovering and pursuing my passion right now. Step 5, make a passion list. It's like a dream board, your wish list. Once you make a list, List out everything you've ever wanted to try or do, no matter how big or small. Yes, make a list. Sometimes we have to write things down to decide what direction we should and need to take. You have to write it down. Write down 20 things you would love to experience. From learning a new language. I've been trying to learn Spanish. Habla español. Estudio habla español. I have workbooks in Spanish. Write it down. Write a book or become a coach or even start a podcast. The possibilities are endless. Step 6. Set smart goals. Passions are fun, but goals give them direction. Use the SMART framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Turn one passion into a SMART goal. For example, I will enroll in a painting class within the next 30 days. You have to put a date and time on your goals. Get someone to join in with you to hold you accountable. You have to set goals. You have to set the 30, 60, 90-day goals. They don't even have to go out that far. You can set 2-week goals, 10-day goals. But you have to set a goal. You have to put a time on it. And it has to be reasonable. Don't make a huge goal. I'm going to save $1 million in a week. Well, that's not going to happen. Unless, you're making $1 million, you can do that. Step 7. Create a vision board. I am big on vision boards. Visualization is powerful. When you can see your goals, you're more likely to act on them. Habakkuk 2:2-3 says, write the vision down. I truly believe in vision boards. They inspire you and make you believe in your dreams. When you see in a board, when you see in a thing, it makes you believe. It keeps you from forgetting. Create a vision board with images that represent your passions and goals and place it somewhere visible. I always say, get those 3x5 cards and write one vision per card and place it where you will see it. Step 8. Step out of your comfort zone. Growth happens when you challenge yourself. You have to challenge yourself. Once you meet one challenge, it will ignite a fire under you so strong that you will become unstoppable. I'm telling you this from experience. Once I started my online talk show, the Dr. Stevens and Swearington Show, and launched this podcast, the excitement I get whenever I'm doing post and pre-recording, it sparks new and fresh ideas. Do one thing that scares you but excites you at the same time, like attending a networking event or sharing your passion publicly. Because when you speak something out, you got to own up to it. Step 9, find your support circle. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. We are stronger and gain momentum when we have people cheering us on and who believe in you and your vision. I always say no man's an island. You have to surround yourself with people who believe in your vision, people who believe in you. You got some people, either they don't believe in your vision, but because they believe in you, you will excite them and they'll begin to believe in your vision. If you say you're going to do it, they just believe it because they believe in you. Join a community of like-minded women who are always pursuing midlife goals. Step 10. This is my biggest milestone. This is one of my favorites. I always tell you in every step. Moving forward deserves recognition. Celebrate yourself. Win, win, win. You have to celebrate yourself. After completing each goal, treat yourself. Whether it's with a relaxing spa day or simply acknowledging your success. As I always say, every step forward is a win. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Go ahead and celebrate every step forward. Let me give you these mindset shifts mantra for pursuing goals with confidence. I am never too old to start something new. My passions are valid and worth pursuing, and they are mine. This is my time to thrive, not just survive. Remember, your passions don't need to be perfect. They just need to be yours. You spend so much of your time giving to others. Now it's time to give back to yourself. Midlife isn't a pause. It's your green light to go after what sets your soul on fire. Ladies, listen. This is a reminder that your passions were never truly lost. They have been waiting for you to rediscover them. Midlife is not a time to shrink back. It's your opportunity to step forward with renewed energy, confidence, and purpose. No matter how much time has passed or how many detours you've taken, you are still worthy of pursuing the dreams that set your soul on fire. Now, here's your challenge for the week. I want you to take one bold step this week toward discovering your hidden passions. I want you to sit with your journal and think back to activities, hobbies, or dreams that once made you feel alive. What did you love doing as a child or young adult before life got in the way? Write them down and explore how you can bring them back into your life. And if not those, pick up some new ones. Discover something new that you want to do. Write it down. The most important step you can take is simply to begin. Whether that means picking up an old hobby, setting new life goals, or just giving yourself permission to dream again. Just do it. Keep believing. Keep moving forward. Keep dreaming. Keep thriving. And keep rewriting your story. Most of all, keep showing up for yourself. Thank you for joining me today on Direction at Midlife. If today's episode got you excited as it did me, please share it with a friend who needs this encouragement. Don't forget to follow me. As I always say, I love to hear your thoughts. Share them on social media and tag me in it. Please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. And remember, your dreams are waiting for you to say yes. This is your time, your moment, your life. Let's make it unforgettable. I pray the 10 steps inspired you to move boldly, discover what you have been missing, and want to pursue with confidence, excitement, and joy. On our next episode of Direction at Midlife, I'll be discussing releasing the hurt, embrace the future, breaking trauma. Hey girl, hey! Thank you for listening to Direction at Midlife. This is your reminder. Your dreams are waiting, and now is the perfect time to chase them. Believe in your power, embrace the possibilities, and step boldly into your next chapter. If this show has blessed you, show me love. Leave me a written review on Apple Podcasts. Take a screenshot and post it on your Instagram. Shout me out on your Facebook and share it with your friends. Please tag me at Direction at Midlife, and I will share your review, and together we can uplift and inspire each other. Remember, I'm Dr. Stevens O. Your journey is yours to own, and I'll be here cheering you on every step of the way.